Oh,
first of the month.
All right, well, welcome back. Here we go. We have not had anything yet. We should be doing Captain's Draft, but I want people to be able to pick what they want.
Are they doing?
Their best,
is it ranked all pick style?
It is ranked all pick style.
That's cool.
The best way to learn, right?
I think that's pretty good for at least where they're at. Wait, this isn't ranked all pick style.
We just
got two picks up on the. We got two picks up on the radio. It's what it kind of looks like.
All pick style. Sorry, I forgot they changed that. Yeah, well. Anyway, welcome to the game. We got Slardar, we got Magnus, we got Venge, we got Ogama G, we got them all.
There's so much theory crafting going on here. I don't even know. The amount of thought that these guys had to have put into this draft under such, fast constraints, it really blows my mind.
Yeah. No, they just don't know what they're doing. That's the whole point.
I love it. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Why don't you introduce the Team Dire Team Radiant for us, boss? That'll be your special team.
Oh, I got this. Okay, so on the Templar Assassin, we've got Punch-Out. He's looking fancy with his nice veil and everything. And then we've got What Do You Mean on Slark, and I'm not sure what he means either. TARDIS time on the Shadow Demon. He's going to be rocking out something Doctor Who style, and I don't know if I have patience for this Magnus.
Patience, wow! Woo, you are good. Whoa, we got a cast.
We still don't know what Iggy is. Oh, he's Lena. Okay, look at that. We've got Iggy Lena. I like it.
Iggy Lena.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's got a good ring to it.
Nub's coming out as your Storm Spirit right there. Up at the top lane, we have our Nook. He's gonna be your Vengeful Spirit. And Crabopulous Michael. He likes to just kill people. He just kills. That's what he likes to do. And he's going to be a bear. Oh my God. Get that reference? I don't know. There's your Ogre G right there. Kamer Mihut. And Celio is going to be your
I recognize some of these guys. I think I've coached some of these guys. Arnukum. I've coached this guy before. I think the Dire might have an unfair advantage.
Well, if they lose, you're certainly going to have a big conversation with them.
Well, I'm pretty sure my focus is Radiant, right? I don't know. Or was that just the beginning?
Oh, no, dude. You got to vote for him. All right, well, anyway, let's talk about boards right here. They said one man down to the bottom lane. Ogre Magi making the smart move, not trying to get that. And Storm Spirit picks it up. Nice grab by the Storm Spirit. Went for the two tangos in the beginning. Do you like the two tangos? Is that necessary? This is something I'm constantly telling people. That's old meta. I don't think it's still good. Do you?
I think two tangos is going to be pretty much what you need for the harassment, but I also think that he may want to consider getting a salve ferried out to him as well from the TA. What would your thoughts be for the Storm Spirit in this sort of situation? Would you rather him going for just like the much more traditional sense of just the Null Talisman with a full set of tangos, or would you be considering something different?
Bottle, bro. Screw the tangos.
Just level 0, level 1 bottle. You get the bounty rune, you get the bottle coming to you. What else do you need? You don't need right click. TA doesn't have a move that gives her bonus damage on every attack. Like, that's not a thing.
Well, I'm not going to admit it. I will be the first to admit it, so we'll take your advice and say that this was definitely the right way to go on this, except maybe getting a salve out to him would probably be a good idea. Anyway, let's take a look at the support stuff.
We got a ton of movement. You might want to take a peek at the bottom. There's all sorts of shenanigans going on. They've got Catermit Hut locked down, but TARDIS Time's taking heavy damage. Choosing to disrupt at the end, and What Do You Mean? And Lena are about to get ham. Oh, look, it's First Blood!
Oh, First Blood by the Slark! Slarky Malarky, good game, well played. And Celio getting a little bit too close for comfort here. Slark does have the pounce, and he will pounce. Celio in a bit of trouble. First point in that W, and now he's in a lot of trouble. But his teammates are not backing him up. Where's his teammates? Iggy.
Oh no, Celio! Oh god, Iggy is going ham. It seems that him waiting towards the end and losing all that gold to pick Lena was probably a good idea.
Yeah, definitely pro play there by Iggy.
Calculated.
Calculated stuff. Anyway, top lane. Here we go. Not too much going on. Crabopulous Michael as I don't know. Let's take a look at the last hits, bucko. Last hits, 9 last hits, and 10 for Mr. Ursa. Ursa's doing okie dokie, keep it up with the mid.
Now I like this pull that the Dire's doing here. This is a really strong pull that's often overlooked. However, the Radiant have a ward out here that I think that blocks the large camp.
Which one? On the Team Radiant?
No, so the Radiant ward at the top in the Dire jungle, does that block? I think that blocks that large camp from respawning.
We're gonna have to ask Purge. Just did his ward block video, so I don't know.
It's so close.
It's close. we'll see how it looks. I don't know. I'm very interested.
We'll find out in 15 seconds.
Yeah, so what are you thinking about the lane so far? Who has the advantage? Who's going to be doing good? Who's going to be doing bad?
You know, just in terms of just like the stomp potential that can come with the wombo combo, I think there's a really great potential for the Radiant to do some fun stuff, setting up with the Shadow Demon and following up with the Magnus into like the Lina RP skewer is going to do some heavy damage, but you know, when push comes to shove, they do got a Storm Spirit. And that's a thing. That's a thing. Storm
Definitely
Spirit.
a thing.
Yeah.
Celio in a little bit of trouble. Lina through the trees. What a stun! Blind stun by Lina, and there we go. Tardis trying to make his way out now. Here comes Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi looking like he can get one more hit off, but he's got 8 wand charges. Use the wand! Use the wand, boy! And there's the... Oh, yeah. Oh, the fire.
He's just going for blood. I don't think he got it.
Absolutely not, no.
No.
But it was exciting.
That was the most unfortunate thing. I like that Storm Spirit's fallen back into the jungle and he's stacking camps for himself because he's not doing so well in the lane. And by not doing so well, I mean he's trading evenly, which you ideally don't want to do. But TA is stacking the Ancients for herself, and that's going to be a much bigger trade-off than the Storm Spirit just stacking random camps in the jungle.
Oh no, what do you mean? In a little bit of trouble down here. He could possibly go down. He does not have enough mana for a leap. So this might be the pick that they've been looking for. They do have a little bit of vision from the sword. Could they get... What is he doing? He turned around for just a second. Oh my god.
Oh god, that brief hesitation. That hesitation cost him.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's setting up Lina.
Oh no!
The ultimate bait. Oh lord. Iggy doing a cleaning house right now as the Lina who took 10 minutes to pick Lina. It's okay to take your time to counterpick, kids. Good shit.
It's paying off.
Yeah, for sure. Meanwhile, top lane, Crumbopulous Michaels.
Crumbopulous. That's a name.
You never seen that episode? Rick and Morty? You don't watch that
Dude,
show?
I just gave away 4 Rick and Morty announcer packs like 15 minutes ago.
And you never watched the show. Well, no wonder you gave them away. There goes Patience in trouble. And Patience is making it out. Patience having a really rough time in this lane. He got himself a bottle and a Quelling Blade. That's really all a man needs, really, though. That's okay.
I mean, all you need in life is a Quelling Blade.
One big axe and one big bottle. That's it. You're done.
Now, I think, or I hope, that the Radiant saw this ward get dropped on bottom, because they already had a ward down themselves, and, you know, in those sorts of situations, it's always whoever has the ward down first and whoever has the supports that are paying the most attention to the minimap are going to reign supreme, and, you know, I guess we'll find out soon if we see any sentries picked up out of the Radiant for whether or not they saw that happen. Iggy's coming out with a solo smoke gank, moving towards top. Is Iggy the magic man? Is he going to make the magic happen?
This could be the magic right here. Magnus, Patience, a little scared. And look at that ward placement. Iggy just was
blocking that. Oh, Nukem's running in, and that's a danger zone for him. Missing the Light Strike array. Patience is charging into something. Crumbopulous is coming back, and Iggy is going to take damage. Just multiple hits. I was hoping it was only going to be one. Nukem chose to salve up there. Crumbopulous is using that Enrage very early, probably hoping just to get one final hit off. I generally prefer to use the Rage when you're going to take a heavy amount of damage, because you take 70% damage reduction while in that form. So if you're able to read when Lina's going to put out her ult and you use your Enrage then, oh man, I would just laugh in that Lina's face. As loud and as obnoxious as possible.
Gracious. Well, your Mr. Nukem seems to be doing pretty good support. He already got himself a heal boot by the 7-minute mark. Not too shabby at all.
I like the Healy boots.
The Healy boots are very nice. And what are we building on this? Is this going to be a Helm of the Dominator coming out on Crumbopulous? Or Ursa?
I think no, it's definitely going to be a Vlad. He's got Ring of Regen or Basilius, and back at the base he's got a headdress as well. Storm Spirit has been stacking up this large camp really heavily, and he's farming that up now, and that's gonna definitely be able to accelerate him a little bit in this game. He's taking heavy damage though. It's just the kind of game that you wish you had a Bloodseeker.
And down again, Mr. Slark goes down, and bottom lane just not doing too hot here. Kermit Hutt not looking too good. You don't want to feed that early game Slark, and that's exactly what he'll do.
And there's Iggy. Iggy's just everywhere. Iggy's 2-0-5. He's been a part of every single kill.
Oh, nice dodge by Nukem. Look at Slarky. He is at level 5 and needs one more creep to be able to heal himself, and he's not going to take the risk. He's going to get out.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. This is how you play a support, ladies and gentlemen. Iggy Dota everywhere on the map, just hitting them part of every single kill. Incredible stuff.
It looks like he's going back to base with that, which I definitely disagree with, except now he's changing his mind immediately and going to the rune. So I'm now a liar. That's about it.
And he's going to beat Celio there. And grab an invis, very needed rune. Celio saw him on his way with the ward, and he's going to back up, but they do know he has an invis now.
They ping it out.
Should be backing up. Okay, back you go. Uh-oh, Patience in trouble in the mid. Storm Spirit going right on that booty. He does have enough for a jump, and he waits too long. But Iggy going in maybe for a little bit of a counter. She does not have her ult yet, only level 5, so she's not going to mess with him yet. No worries, and Templar manages to clean up a little bit of that stack. That she made an ancient stack at level 8, buddy. It's pretty risky stuff.
Well, I mean, that's what you do with the refraction. The refraction gives you that bonus damage and allows you to tank up the creeps a bit. But Crumbopulous has his Vlads. He has a smoke coming. Level 4 in his Empower, so he's going to be able to take down this Roshan pretty quick. I don't know if the Radiant's going to see this coming, even though that they know that the Ursa is a thing that exists on the enemy team, and they've had a pretty good idea on how he's been keeping up on farm. I don't think they're going to be able to do anything to respond to this, though.
I have to agree with you. I mean, they're having enough problems down here on their own, so I'm not sure if they're really in the right shape to even try to fight that Ursa. Celio, though, in a little bit of trouble yet again. Celio just feeding away and cleaning up this Slarky Malarkey. Slarky looking hungry. Could they get enough stuns off? I don't think they will. And there he goes. Oh, does he have an ult? He does not. He already used it. He's going to pounce anyway. He's got nowhere to go, and that's what you do when you're a carry and you know you're dead. You try to take it with you, and maybe you luck out. There you go. Triple kill.
Oh, God. But look at Crumbopulous.
What happened to Crumbopulous?
He got skewered up there. It was hilarious.
My fucking lord.
Patience is doing stuff, and that's what he did.
Yep, he's trying to try to black out, and he's out. Good for him. At least he TP'd. He wasn't trapped there forever.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Anywho, what the heck are we doing? We should talk about items. Talk me through it, smart man. You're supposed to be smart here.
I'm talking about stuffs. So I'm looking at everybody's items right now. We see that the Storm Spirit has a Treads, and he's got a Soul Ring. He's probably going to be looking to go right into an Orchid would be his preferred choice. Bloodstone following up after that. Crumbopulous is going to try and go for this Roshan right now. But
oh no! Oh yeah! Put it back on the cliff! Do it!
Oh, that would have been so great.
Oh, yes!
He did it! Worth. Was that? I don't know if that was actually worth it,
absolutely
but let's
not worth.
Let's say it was worth it. It makes me feel better.
That's fuck you, Clippers! I'm glad he's dead. Anyway.
Oh wow! Meanwhile, we lose the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit has been lost.
Oh god, this Slark is just barely etching away on 0 health, and that's the worst thing.
The Slark is noticing that there's got to be vision up because he's not regenerating.
I don't know. Maybe.
He did a ping.
What do you think he's gonna build?
He pinged, but he pinged in a very wrong spot. So if they put a sentry over there, then they won't see anything out of that. What I am expecting the Slark to do versus what I would want the Slark to do are two different things. I'm kind of anticipating him to go towards, like, I don't know, he has this Wraithband for some reason, so I would kind of anticipate him going towards an Aquila. I would have liked him to get a bottle.
Much obliged.
He's getting past some bottles by Patience, which is nice.
Nice.
I would kind of expect him to go in like the Shadow Blade sort of route and following up with a Silver Edge. That's going to work really well against the Ursa Bear.
Oh, big dive here by what do you mean? And he uses that Dark Pack, so she could stun him right after that. He's going to back out after that, but as long as he doesn't go first item Scotty, he should have a really good game. But if he does, oh, there's the trap in Ursa. Well, goodbye for any Ursa attempts. The trap in Ursa, sorry, the trap in Roshan. So Ursa, not gonna be doing much in there. I just call that the Ursa.
I like it. Hey, I think so. He's like a Ursa corpse, sort of, except made out of stone. Yeah. What is Ursa? What is Roshan made of stone? I always thought he was made of stone. I don't think he is. He's just like a beast.
He's Greevil. He's an evil Greevil. You know a Greevil?
I know the Greevils.
He stole the thing from the man. Anyway,
was it candy or something? I don't know.
No!
I would like to see Patience get the RP on too, but he has no mana to follow up! The swap by Nukem able to save one, except not really. No, he didn't save anyone.
Okay, well, this is going to be a quick game. We got a godlike Slark at 12 minutes, and he's just going to keep exploding. Wow, wrong guy to stun there, Mr.
Oh, geez, Catermit Hermit. Oh, no. Well, I do like the punch-outs going towards a Desolator. I think that that's going to be really important. You need to have additional negative armor coming out to take care of, you know, especially that Ogre. He's got so much armor. I don't know why this Ogre needs so much armor.
Oh, God. Well,
it's gone.
This is one of those things where we ain't gonna learn about too much, except for don't feed the Slark, I think. He's gonna go first item Shadow Blade. Yep, there's the Shadow Amulet right there. Smart move. And, wow, look at this guy's farm. Shadow Demon has a single wand.
He's got the
nice.
wand. He's got some boots coming,
Harry
though,
Potter
too.
Over here. There we go. Freaking Voldemort. I'm so sorry. Okay, anyway, please talk about something.
Not Voldemort, got it. So Punch-Out's about to have his Desolator. That's going to be really strong. What I'd like to... What are we eyeing? I'm lost!
Desolator is 13 minutes! Oh!
Is that bad? I thought that was okay.
No, it's really good. It's really good.
Oh, yes! From downtown! 730 gold going straight to Storm Spirit. Wow, he needed that.
Oh, get fucked, anime.
Now, with how far behind Storm Spirit is, there's a couple different directions he could go in. Yeah, he could still try and attempt to go towards, you know, the Orchid into Bloodstone sort of direction, but it might almost be better for him to go towards a Yule's.
Oh, could he go for this kill? It's very risky.
Oh,
just right.
He's not gonna do it! And he switched to Intelligence Treads! I think he was just helping the Lena.
He was. He's a freaking spy! No one's gonna want to kill this sexy lady.
Crumbopulous is coming in on what do you mean?
What do you mean? What? God,
he just shadow danced.
Shit. What do you mean, Crumbopulous? Jeez.
The synergy from Patience and what do you mean is going to be really strong as this game goes longer, you know. Having Empower on a Slark when he's already able to go invisible and get free hits on the enemy. Oh, so much fun.
Crumbopulous making his way out with barely any health. Patience now in trouble. Big stun coming out, and he is down. And TARDIS time. Doctor Who? Who's gonna die? It's gonna be you! There's the swap. Good night, sir.
Good night indeed. It looks like Shadow Demon's going to be going towards a Trank Boots. At this point, I think he should really just be prioritizing on getting stats.
Not this time. There we go. The finisher off by the Storm Spirit. And did you see that dodge on his Lena's ult on Storm Spirit? Oh, baby. That's what it's about. Oh, what do you mean? About to get stunned. Nice canceling. Oh,
that was a great Dark Pack use. But he doesn't have any slots on himself, so he's not going to be able to get the Shadow Blade from the Courier. I wonder how long it's going to take for him to notice. Oh, he noticed. He noticed.
There you go. Orb of Venom down.
Oh, he picked it up.
Put on the Courier. There you go. Did you see the Ogre Magi? He did a great job canceling out his stun while the Dark Pack was going, and if he just waited half a more second, they would have got a nice kill on that guy.
You know, maybe he should change his name with Teal. I think he needs to be more patient.
Damn, dude. Damn.
That's where, you know, hitting him where it hurts. That's what it is.
You were one hell of a caster, sir. I can't even keep up with this shit.
I can't even keep up with myself.
Patience, getting ready to move in here. Celio grabbing a nice ward, and what do you mean? Crumbopulous, Michael, no! And Crumbopulous, he gotta go for it. Pops his ult, and that was...
Patience going for the RP. Celio's not gonna be able to do anything here. So if you were in the Radiance position, I would just laugh at them and continue to push very aggressively. But if you were in the Dyers, I would be looking to get up good vision on the map, which they don't have. They only have one on the Roche Pit, in like this awkward spot. And then they have one on the Radiant Ancients, which would have been beneficial in the early game when the TA was screwing around with the Ancients a lot, but at this point it's not doing much aside from giving them vision of the rune.
Indeed, indeed. Well, let's talk about, like you were saying, really like talking about how these guys come back. So, number one thing to do to come back from any situation is to have vision. You need to know when to run away from people, and you need to know how to survive. So if you're behind, you need vision every single time. And I know it's scary getting out there, but pop a smoke, get those wards down, do something. or else you won't be able to stop Roche attempts like this.
Absolutely.
And, oh God, this is not looking too good.
No,
so
it's
what would be your #1 recommendation for Team Dire to try to come back into this nightmare?
I think they would have to be looking to get any solo pickoffs as possible. Having better aggressive vision is going to be a huge thing. All of their wards right now are in pretty typical locations, although they're one that's like in the jungle a little bit. That's not as typical, but it's still a pretty strong spot because it gives vision of the rune. They want to be putting some vision potentially in like the enemy jungle, and I don't want to say eclectic because that's like a weird word to say, but they want to just flat out have their wards in weird aggressive spots in the enemy, so they'd be much less likely to get dewarded, and then they could potentially come in and get a gank. They need to find solo pickoffs right now. That's really the big thing. They don't have anything that really helps this Storm Spirit get solo pickoffs, aside from the Silencer using his ultimate, and that isn't going to be so beneficial, because if the enemy team were to, you know, initiate upon them, they see the Magnus blink in, and then he doesn't have his ult on Silencer to stop that RP, then only bad things are going to happen.
Yep, and Silencer doesn't really have any farm to speak of at all.
Not at all.
So it's going to be he's pretty much going to be a walking R button at this point, just trying to save him from that wombo. But the sad thing about this team on Team Radiant is they don't really need Magnus. Magnus is just a plus. Every single one of their heroes has an insane amount of killing power, of course, besides Shadow Demon right now. But, I mean, Slark could basically 1v4, so could Templar.
Let's see if it happens. It looks like he's going to maybe try. He has Empower on him now, too. Patience finally has Empower up.
Oh, shit!
Oh!
Oh, my God!
The Silencer ult casually at the end.
Well,
are they going to be able to get Slark here? Oh, Caterman Hut getting some heavy stuns off. Aegis is going to go down. Crumbopulous is running away. Silencer is out of here. Nukem! Nukem, no! Punch-Out's going to be able to poke you.
Doink.
That was a poke.
And what do you mean picking up Crumbopulous, Michael, as they were distracted by the poke? They split up a little bit, they lost track of their target, and that split up got the entire team killed. Meanwhile, Storm Spirit says, I don't want any of this shit.
He's got a Bloodstone.
Bloodstone. See ya! I don't want nothing.
So net worth-wise, the Radiant's really stomping on top of these guys.
I don't even want to look at the graphs.
I didn't look at the graph. I looked at the net worth on the top left, and that's almost enough for me.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, no. I looked at the net worth. Why? You told me not to look, and then I looked. Why'd I do that?
You shouldn't have looked. You shouldn't have looked.
You told me not to look. Of course I'm going to look.
Oh, God. It's the Angie's Mountains, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, plus 10,000 XP difference.
That's no big deal.
Not a big one. That's
all right. It might be a big deal.
12,000 on gold net worth. You know, I don't know how they could lose, but they could. Storm Spirit, bro. Storm Spirit could get those big
picks. We just need Storm Spirit getting these solo pickoffs. Like right now, if they had good vision up, if Storm were able to get a solo pickoff on this TA, that would be huge. Oh God!
Oh shit! Storm dodged it again, baby. This is one talented Storm, and he is out of there. Great dodge on that Lina ultimate. Didn't even touch him.
Yeah, but Radiant's able to deward that, and that's how that whole fight started off. They were dropping the sentry, looking to deward it. Storm jumps in, gets a pick off on the Shadow Demon, but he already got the sentry down. And I think that's all Shadow Demon's being used for at this point. He's got obs, he's got sentries, he dies. Life is good. Life is good if you're a Shadow Demon.
So what should Crumbopulous, what should Michael build here? The Ursa Bear. Should he be going Blink Dagger? Which is, I think, what he's going to go for?
Although I think Blink Dagger would be really strong, I think he needs to do something to try and deter the enemy from coming at him. He needs some sense of some sort of scare factor across him. And the Blink Dagger is going to be much more of an initiation tool, whereas the Radiant is the one that's always getting these fights. The Radiant is the one that's always able to get these pickoffs, and the Dire is being much more reactionary.
Big whiff from Patience. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
Huge whiff from Patience. Celio is going to be picked up though, as we said before. Magnus is pretty much just a bonus at this point, so they're just gonna 1v5. Oh no! Damn! Too much damage coming out from this team. Here comes Stormster though, trying to get a pick off on What Do You Mean, and Yules is popped. Could he go down right there? Gets hit by the Lina stun, and he's gonna be hurting. He's gonna be walking out. Sorry, I keep stealing all these hype moments. I'd love for you to be able to do some.
Quite all right, sir. You gotta get it while it's fresh.
Oh, Radiant's top tower tower is under attack.
Now, Radiant's kind of roaming together as a team, and this would be the time that, as they're walking away, but not together, you can see that the Radiant's kind of breaking up a bit, but the Dire doesn't have vision to really see this happen. The Dire would be wanting to try and get anything from these guys, and ideally their top targets need to be this TA before she gets a BKB. It needs to be this Slark, and they need to... I mean, I understand that TA is a very snowbally hero, as is the Storm Spirit, but... Oh, man. Meanwhile, TARDIS Time is using his nice disruption on our nuke him, and Punch-Outs is going to be able to nuke him down. Oh, look at that. Puns.
Celio! Oh no, Celio. Storm Spirit trying to look out some kind of pick off there, but not really going to be worth it. He's going to be walking away from that. Trying to put on a little bit of hurt, but too scary of a situation for him. He does have the Bloodstone, so he's just fine this time. But
if I were the Storm Spirit, I'd be looking to try and get some murder here. Just a little bit of murder. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. He gets right into that stun. He's done. That Yule Scepter, that's all Lena needs.
Well, the thing is, Storm Spirit's going for an Orchid next, whereas he still needs to get something that's a little bit more defensive. The Orchid is going to be good, it's going to be strong, but I think he's following a little bit too much YouTube vids. You think he might be doing... What? Is it Purge that just made a... This is how I play Storm Spirit? No, that was Slasher. Slasher's Storm Spirit. Pretty much Bloodstone Orchid all day long, whereas I think a Yule's needs to be in play also. Or potentially the introduction of a BKB, or even more so, a Lincoln's.
You thinking Lincoln's, bro? I don't know. I feel like he needs to... You're right, he needs to get in and get out, but...
Well, think of the single target lockdown that's coming from the Radiant. It's not much.
That's true.
They got a Yule's that sets up for stuff. Lena's not landing these Light Strike arrays.
I love it, Morty.
Oh, what a waste of a silence. You don't want to use that big-ass ult when you know you're pretty much dead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they got nothing when that guy comes back in 24 seconds. I mean, that could easily equal a uphill push. But I know what you're saying. I feel like Storm Spirit's got to be an assassin. I don't know if Yule's is the right way to go. Lincoln's I can agree with, but that guy has got to be spending all of his monies on the hope that he can maybe get a kill. But you're smarter than I am, and I'll be the first to admit it.
I think you may be the first person to ever admit that. Or even say that. The words coming out of your mouth. It's a great surprise.
What do you
I just think that this Orchid on the Storm Spirit isn't going to give him the benefit that he's looking for. I understand that he would want to use it on the Slark or the TA, or potentially even like the Lena, but all of these people have things to deal with that.
Nice pick out of the Storm Spirit, grabbed himself a Shadow Demon, and everybody's going to be walking out of that right now. Patience a little bit spooked, and so is Punch-Out. I don't know why the fuck Punch-Out is spooked to anything right now, if I may. Blink Dagger and Desolator at 25 minutes, you shouldn't be scared of anything. You can kill anything on the map, and there she goes.
It's all about how the initiation starts, though, because if Templar Assassin gets caught out with Refraction down, Orchided, or something similar to that, she's dead. 1100, 1195 HP is not going to go anywhere. You're just going to die. Yep. If Ursa starts getting it off on him, super dead.
Super dead. A corpse! Punch Out. Getting a rune. That bottle has just been full this entire game. No problems at all for her. And we're just waiting for basically Team Radiant to finish. I wish I could say something nicer. That Team Dire is going to have this big comeback, but in reality, it's literally in the Storm Spirit's hand. Nobody else has any money on the entire map. Blade Mail on Crumbopulous.
I do like that. I do like the Blade Mail. Because, like I said, they're being very reactionary here, and having a Blade Mail is a deterrent that will make the enemy team stop attacking him, or they'll die.
Right. With that Ultimate and Blade Mail combo, absolutely. They'll be taking all the damage, he'll be taking none of it.
Pretty much.
Definitely will help on that burst damage, but what's he going to do if he survives that? I mean, everybody on their team has a pretty nice way to get out of situations, you know? It'd be a great item if all that burst damage was coming from something like a Sven, that after that burst damage is gone, Ursa can turn around, but a Slark is just going to run away. TA's just going to meld and blink. So, I get where he's going. I still don't know if it was the right choice.
I don't know. I can understand where his head was at, and I know that it is a good item for him to use in order to make them stop hitting him, but after it runs out, there's nowhere for him to go, aside from dead.
Right.
Unless he can
Indeed.
somehow kill them beforehand, but that is going to be something different to discuss. Which may not happen.
Once. Yeah, yeah. Well, they got a nice ward here. What do you Oh, no, they don't. Okay,
went
forget
down.
it. Silence popped out, and they're trying to pick up that
Silence
Slark, but...
and Orchid used.
Oh,
Patience
good
with
night.
the 3-man RP, Dark Pact follow-up, Crumbopulous is leashed down. That Blade Mail's not doing anything for him.
He used the Blade Mail, and he still had his ultimate on cooldown, so the whole point of that Blade Mail was to ult, and then Blade Mail, so that they're taking all the damage, you're taking none. Forgot to ult there, so he took all the damage, and it didn't really matter to anybody. And I think that's going to be a Rax. Here comes Sorcerer. Now, what a big...
From downtown!
And there we go. Now these guys should not be backing up. Good. Okay. If they backed up there, they would have given them the breathing room.
No, with the Empower up on all these guys, they're doing so much right-click damage. The Desolator, they're going to melt these buildings.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Now Sorcerer could maybe go on Iggy if he's feeling a little bit crazy. We'll see what he wants to do here. Nub's thinking about going on him. And there it is. He will go straight on Iggy and pop and see you later. What a balanced hero. That makes so much sense.
It's extremely balanced, right? You got a move that just deletes someone.
Absolutely. Just someone pushing your racks, you just insta-kill him. Why not? It's balanced to me. There you go. Punch out, blinking out. Breaking that slow, and they're out of there. One racks down. They took the right one. Want to get that range rack so
they took the left one.
Which one do you think? If you're in that situation, melee or ranged, what's your #1 pick?
I think they had time to take the melee and then do damage and leave.
Damn.
Because the melee Rax is going to regenerate.
Uh-huh.
So they should have taken the melee Rax, gotten some chip damage off on the ranged, and then left at their fancy. If anything.
Exactly. Righto. Yep. You always want to go for that melee so that it can't heal up. And then the range, anything that happens to that range, they're not going to be able to do anything. Well, it's not a big deal. I mean, any one of these heroes could easily kill that thing. Patience going down again to the Storm Spirit. Really the only hope that Team Dire has. If Crumbopulous had a Blink Dagger, that'd be a dead Slark. What are you going to do?
Yeah, but he would have needed a Blink in conjunction with a Basher. Meanwhile, we've got Nubs going in ham and a half, and Storm Spirit is going to finally take out Punch-Out. That was so overdue and so needed. Because the TA had just gotten her Manta style also, and that's going to make her even stronger against this Silencer and even stronger against this Storm Spirit. She'll be able to just take off that buff, or debuff, as I'd like to say.
So what's next for Storm? He's got 36 in the bank. Could do a number of different things. What do you think the right move is here?
I think he needs to get a Sheep. I think a Sheep would be pretty strong against this Slark, because Slark's been going really ham on him. I think a Shivas would also be a really nice alternative too to help against all the negative armor that's coming out from the enemy team, and also just the massive AoE damage that you can do while zipping around in Ball Lightning. But it looks like he is going to be going for the Sheep Stick, which is it's a good move.
Yep, couldn't hurt. The more that they're a bunch of pigs, the better. So they can't absolutely murder him instantly. But this is the time, like you were talking about before, that Storm Spirit needs those aggressive wards. You got to be able to know when to get those pickoffs. And right now they're flying blind. There's not a single ward in the enemy jungle. It's all defensive.
Under attack.
I can understand that. But with a hero like Storm Spirit, you got to be able to have some vision.
Yeah, it has to be. You have to have something that's even remotely offensive, or even like a neutral ward that would be like lining the river or something like that. Because they're just kind of walking around. That's 5.
Yep.
Nice and cute.
Yep. Team Radiant not looking to F around. They're going to go as 5, and they're going to finish the job mid and rotate on probably to the top. And we'll see if that will work out. Checking out for Roche. Iggy has found the open Roche, and they're going to easily take that. Now the question is, will Team Dire think enough to go and stop that Roche, or are they going to let that go? That Roche could very well be the end of this game if Team Radiant get that bad boy.
Over here now.
You know, I agree. It totally can be the end of the game if they're able to end it just right there. They don't have any vision that this is going to happen, but they have to expect that it's going to happen. had to have some sort of idea of the time that Roshan went down. Taking a timestamp of it is going to be extremely important.
Oh no, Slarky Malarkey TP in top to go mess with the Storm Spirit. Why would you do that? Storm
I don't know if that's the right move. Yeah, because now the Dire knows that Roche is up, and they know that Targus time is taking damage.
And Slilas goes down. Oh, baby. The fight is on, but a nice Orchid going out on the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's going to take hits from Roshan. And boom! Goodbye, Iggy, as they clean up. Oh, that TP.
Oh, then he gets... Oh, Patience uses Skewer in on him to try and get some damage. He Orchids him off right at the second that he's about to hit him. Is able to pull him in with his Vortex also, and then Patience is not able to do anything. But he's just going to die in the end.
I don't know why Slark's running right now. Everything's been used, but... Alright, yep. He's thinking about it.
I don't know about running in on 4. That's still kind of a dangerous area.
God, can you imagine what would happen if that Slark didn't TP? My lord, that would have been it. What a game. That might have been the game-losing mistake there. It's still going to be a long road back up. Buyback from Templar Assassin. They do not want Ursa getting that Roshan. This is an extremely risky move.
BKB out on Slark. This is going to be his first use of it, and that's going to be enough to do some heavy damage to the enemy team. Not able to stun him and lock him down. They're not going to have anything to do here but die.
Yeah, that was a very, very aggressive, stupidly aggressive move by Team Radiant to try to pick that thing up when they barely won that team fight. So, whew, I don't know about that one.
I'd really like to see a gem or some sort of reliable, like, detection coming out of the Dire. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd like to see it.
Woo!
I would also really like to see some sort of thing to help with the Storm Spirit against the Orchid and the magic damage that's coming out from the enemy team. But he has his Scythe of Vice now, so he's going to be able to keep making moves happen. He's dropping his bottle. For fun. Is he giving it to Celio? No, they're all just going to ignore that bottle.
Oh my god! Oh, he went for it! And that was not a good idea.
No, he didn't get it.
Oh, nice deny there, though. Not that that's going to help him out too much.
But he just died before that. He went from such a strong Bloodstone, very, very full of life, of blood of his enemies, and pouring it all over the ground like nothing. Twice!
Yep, this will probably be the end of the game here as they move in. A nice swap by Nukem. Nukem is going to go in and a silence, but Yule Scepter during that silence on that man. Once again, Ursa popping that BKB, or popping that Blade Mail and not ulting. Pretty much zero use out of that then. And Kerbopulus is going down. That will just about do it.
Patience is skewering off Celio off on the offside. Celio is getting some additional right clacks in on him with the Curse of the Silent. And oh, here comes the Storm Spirit going ham. And Cheese taking out Iggy. But he's getting bashed down, and he sheeps him out, zips away, and he's still walking away. But he could end up getting bashed.
Well, they actually didn't take anything.
Yeah.
They took nothing on that engagement so far, but they could have easily turned around. Storm Spirit's trying to heal up as quick as he could.
And Storm's going to have a big zip coming out, I think.
Yeah. Sold his bottle, so he's not healing up as fast as he could have. Could he zip onto What Do You Mean? He's going to go for it and take the easy hit instead.
Takes the easy kills, following up on Punch-Out, taking out Punch-Out also, and then he's going to, oh my god, 1,000 gold. He should be able to take out What Do You Mean too. He's got plenty of mana, but he's got no detection. See, in these sort of situations, if you're the Prime Initiator, even if you're a Storm Spirit, you gotta have a dust on you. And I know I had mentioned earlier that I think a gem would be pretty beneficial for their team, and there would probably be concerns about who the hell on the Dire would carry it. It would have to be the Storm Spirit. He's the one that's zipping around, and he's got the most survivability and the most sustainability.
Well, we were saying that Storm was having a rough time after that, but there he is, back to $4,000 after just one little dive there. Great hero, balanced hero. And we're going to go and see what he buys next. Looks like he's going to be a Moon Shard. Interesting choice. By interesting, I mean probably
terrible.
Psychotic.
Yeah, I would go with Psychotic. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, if I had 4,000 on a Storm Spirit, there are a lot of items I would think of, but not a Moon Shard.
Not at all. I mean, BKB would be an amazing choice, maybe. Another, geez, I don't know, Lincoln's to make sure that he's never ever stopped. There's so many different things you could do, but I mean, he really is the entire team, though. He's the initiation, he's the kill, he's the escape, he's the base defense. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
What are we gonna get from him next? The Daedalus? I don't know about that. That's Just because he doesn't benefit from the additional, like, attack speed, because it's all about him proccing Overlord, getting the right clicks off, and going back to more Overlords.
Overcharge, yeah, indeed. They're chasing him down. BKB is out on the Slark. They could turn around on that Slark, but he does have a Shadow Blade and an ult, so that would be a waste of their time. And they're going to move in and see what else we got. Storm Spirit, another pick-off. Stay away from the creeps. And boom! Look at this Storm, unstoppable, and looks like he's going to go pick up his very easily gained Moon Shard. And here we go, the one-man team of Storm Spirit hitting it up.
This Silencer's starting to get smart. He's got 16 points.
What?
Yeah, he's got 16 little drops of intelligence.
Wow, 16 at the 40-minute mark. Calm down there, Silencer. Goodness gracious. About to graduate the first grade here.
Oh my gosh. So exciting.
Storm Spirit buying that bottle. Good idea there. Healing up as quick as he can.
Did he just buy the bottle?
Yeah.
But he sold...
Oh, he picked it up. Excuse me. So...
But wait, did he sell it previously?
I think he did to try to complete... He had barely enough for a sheep stick. So he sold the bottle to get the sheep stick.
And then he bought another one. Just so he could heal quicker in the well.
That's it. That's what you gotta do.
That is next level. I don't even know about that sort of stuff.
I done that shit, bruh.
Dude, I couldn't even.
Hey. Alright, well let's talk about how the iron grip here on Team Radiant is starting to fall apart. We do have a Manta style coming out on Punch Out, so that can help out. Patience, go for an Orchid. Punch Out, initiation. He wants to break through that shield, and he seems to be doing it. Right click all day, but now he has been, the power of the Abyssal Blade taking out Storm Spirit. That's their entire team right there, basically.
Man, Punch Out's real low, but he's going to be able to get away scot-free. Patience getting a great RP off on 3. Slark's coming in with that overpower, and oh man, they are just oh god, they're all dead. I don't really know much more to say than that. Slark's getting off some easy bashes, Ursa's going down too, and you know, that was a 5-man wipe.
It's the part of the game where you start to feel like you're worthless. Literally, the Storm Spirit dies and the entire team doesn't do anything. They like hit him one time and then they're all dead. So that's some sad stuff. Well, bottom lane, pushing in the last Rex. What I would imagine would be their second to last Rex, but this will go down so fast. Here comes Storm Spirit though. Thank you, Bloodstone. Very balanced item. And boom,
oh, jeez. Is there going to be a perfectly timed Light Strike Array? There is not.
Nope. Could have been. Could have been.
That takes a lot of practice, though. You know,
especially on a target like a Storm that's going to instantly be out of there.
He does have that. That's a thing he can do. It's pretty good. This Moonshard is so questionable. I don't even have many words for it. Maybe he's just thinking about... Oh, jeez, he went right past him?
Literally doesn't even care. He's just going to clean him up on the way home. That was psychotic. Patience getting ready. Oh, not today!
Just the tip. Just the tip is all he needed there, and he is dead.
Oh, God.
60 seconds down, no buyback on the Storm Spirit. I don't know if the Radiant can push them in fast enough. I'm just kidding. They should be able to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these 4 men here are gonna do just about literally nothing. Pop some stuff here. Here comes the bear. He's gonna ult and start hitting, and as we said before, Slark doesn't need to stay on the same target. He can do whatever he wants. And wow, they're gonna force him back.
Wow, they did a lot of damage to Slark, but he's just gonna fully heal up again with Shadow Dance and come back in like it didn't even happen. And he's got a lot of stacks of Essence Shift on him. Right now, 15 stacks of Essence Shift is translating to 45 agility, and that is going to be a significant amount of damage, a significant amount of armor, and attack speed, which they're not going to be able to deal with. So Slark has a Sacred Relic, and he's got 2,400, and he's walking, and there's the Rapier.
Yeah! This is a game, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what?
Storm Spirit can get that Divine, the Moon Shard makes a lot more sense.
You know, maybe this was their plan the whole time.
Really?
Slark, they were going to feed Slark, so he'd be 29-0-15.
Uh-huh.
And then...
29-0-15? Holy shit! Good God!
They were going to feed Slark to 29-0-15, and then just when he is feeling overconfident, they're going to give that Rapier to the Storm Spirit, because he's got that Moon Shard.
Yeah, that's it.
That had to be the entire plan. You purposefully feed the enemy so that they get so far ahead that they get cocky, and then they just give you their money.
Oh God, 29-0. They gotta do it. They gotta do it. Just kill the Slark once. We gotta kill the Slark! You could do it, man.
Oh, RP on the 3! Oh, the positioning is so bad from the tire! What do you mean just coming up and wiping them all so quickly? Insta buyback on the Ogre Magi. Another buyback on the Ogre. Oh.
Buyback Storm. This is your only chance.
He doesn't.
Buyback to get that
he's
divine,
not gonna do it. The Abyssal's on cooldown. I would have bought back right now, because that being down. Oh, the Blade Mail and the Enrage is finally able to pay off for him! And then it didn't.
Why didn't he buy back? Why? You should be thankful with your team. Oh, he was too busy talking shit to buy back and steal a Rapier and win the game.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, this isn't the time to be getting salty about your own team or something like that.
Oh, God. If he wasn't typing, he could have killed him.
He could have bought back. I don't know. I never go down without a fight. If I'm sitting on buyback gold and getting towards the end, and I'm gonna try and get some murder, or I'm gonna die trying to get some. I don't know. Pretty simple.
Well, good God. Look at Techies. Please give me some good advice, chat. Fuck you, Slark. Go outside. How's that for some good advice?
You got any idea on the MMR spread of the peeps in these games? Because like,
oh, 2-19 from Celio. I have no idea. I do know that Slark is. Let's look at Slark's Dota profile. He's not too incredible. Oh my God. Well, all right, sir. I'll give you some time to collect your thoughts about this. You might want to find a way to turn on your webcam. And
it's my webcam's on. It's just on the other thing. Am I able to shut it? You know, it's on like my broadcast as opposed to the ladder.
Shut off your. Yeah, so it's up to you.
So wait, would I have to shut off my webcam on the stream? Is that how that works?
You would have to shut off the entire thing. You would have to shut off your stream. So I understand if you don't want to do it.
Bum bum bum. I think I could have an alternative. I can call you from my iPad webcam.
You do you, bro. You do you.
Or phone. I think that's a thing that works, right?
That's technically a thing. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to write up our straw poll and determine our worst 2 players, the ones that need the help the most. And while I'm doing that, think about the match a little bit. Give it some thought and come at me with some advice in just a little bit. I'll call you right back.
Sounds good.